let's go. The story of somebody's life, journey, a moment in time, oh, it could mean nothing without a husband and a housewife.
Hello and welcome to another edition of A Husband and a Housewife with me, Joe Sealey, and I'm joined today by the lovely Debbie McGee.
I'm about to sneeze. Oh, I've got a croaked voice and I've really balls that up.
I know it's Nicole Sealey.
I've forgotten my name. Yeah, and I'm Nicole Sealey with the incredibly croaky voice.
And she's in a better mood this week.
Only marginally.
Only marginally.
But I've lost 3 pounds, so, you know.
You've lost 3 pounds?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about weight later on, actually. Do you want to start with weight? Because somebody asked me this morning. I don't know if people who follow me on Instagram. I'm posting...
all 10 of them?
Yeah, all 10. She's such a hater. Anyone that's listening to this, please follow me, Joe_Sealey1.
But follow me first.
No, she'll probably already follow you.
Nicole Sealey 74.
So, if you've been following me this week, I've been posting a lot of food and what I've been making. And I was thinking about this morning, and I was trying to remember the last time you cooked a meal. And when was that?
Well, no, right. So basically, in the 15 years we've been married, I've cooked a lot of meals. Wait, right? So... To be fair, as the kids get a bit older and everybody's in and out, you're probably cooking a little bit less. We kind of all do our own stuff pretty much.
True.
It's different when they're small. You sort of set meals, don't you?
100%.
Anyway, in lockdown, the children have decided that he's a better cook than me, so they can all basically go fuck
No, but I was thinking what
themselves.
we've had this week. I was trying to think what was the last meal you cooked?
I cooked when we were in Spain.
You cooked when you was in Spain? Because I was thinking what we've had this week. So we come home.
We've been out there.
No, I made Mexican.
You made steaks.
Right. No, I will tell you in order what we've had.
Right, yes,
I
ma'am.
made Mexican. Yeah, that was nice, wasn't it?
No, I couldn't eat it because I got the hiccups.
Oh yes, it's spicy,
It was
wasn't
too spicy
And then
for me.
Nicole gets hiccups when it's spicy. And then the day after, I took her on a date. So I walked to the Chinese takeaway with her, with the dogs,
cute.
and we got a portion of chips and salt and pepper chicken, 2 Diet Cokes from the petrol station, and we sat on the bench in Wilmslow. And ate it together.
It was really nice.
And we shared a Ripple. Oh no, what was that chocolate bar you bought? You bought a chocolate bar.
You ate it. I didn't have any.
An orange flavoured chocolate bar.
didn't actually
that was
share
that
it.
night. Then I cooked steaks with vegetables. No, I didn't. That was another night. I can't remember what I had Wednesday. Then I had that steak. That was
I don't
delicious.
think I ate Wednesday.
So what I do when I'm cooking the steaks is this. I cut a load of vegetables up, whatever ones I fancy, and I put it in the oven, right, without the meat on it, if it's steak. I start roasting the veg, takes about an hour. But halfway through, I sear the steaks and I throw them on top of the veg. Right, then I drain it and make the gravy out of that. And then I put root veg mashed in my steak and then veg. And nice as that.
Very healthy. Well, I can't eat
it's
too
a
much of the
healthy
red
meal.
meat. I mean, to be
No,
fair.
you shouldn't really.
So I didn't
I'm probably
eat-
trying to kill her.
He's trying to kill me off. Steak, Chinese. So but it's everything in moderation. So I had a small piece. It was a nice piece, but just a little
Yeah, you
corner.
did eat a lot. And then actually, it was quite nice
not
that
been
day.
hungry this
I've got a
week.
friend that's been our friend for, most of my adult life, would you say? Jonathan Tobias. He works for celebrities as a tour manager. And he was up doing some work.
Is it Maya Jane?
I don't know. I'm not very good with celebrities'
the one
names.
That does the
she does the
one-
thing with Peter Crouch.
That's the one.
Is it
yeah.
I don't know.
Maya James.
I don't know. She went out with Stormzy before.
Yeah.
So while she was doing something with Jessie Lingard apparently somewhere, and while they was doing it, he came around and saw us, didn't he?
Your mum was being a bit judgy, which I
Who
was
was?
surprised, Elaine Sealey.
About what?
Well, she's going to kill me for this
Go
now.
on, let's have it.
Because I mentioned that he was doing that, and she said that's funny because she was watching the programme and she just said that she found that she'd dressed a little inappropriately
Who?
on the TV.
I don't watch that show.
No, so
I thought
I
it
now
was
need
rubbish.
to
We
watch.
watched the first one, I didn't
She's
like
a very
it.
pretty girl though, but Elaine
Is
Sealey
she?
judging, little judging.
We watched the first episode of that programme. I found it a bit all over the place. And I
We
love
only
Peter
tried one,
Crouch.
didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I felt that was like a little bit like, I
yeah.
had no rhythm. I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of those shows. I mean,
Okay.
I can't judge because it's the biggest
But
person
anyway,
I'm telling you.
we were talking about food.
Yeah, so we're going back to food.
Yeah.
And then we went Friday. What did we do Friday?
Oh, so Friday.
That was the vegetable day. That was steak day.
Saturday, you mean?
Saturday,
We had a nice evening,
We
actually.
we had a lovely evening. So we went to Dakota Hotel.
A few drinks.
They have a few drinks. They've got a new outside terrace with covers. Amazing.
Yeah, we went to have a look at that.
They gave me a can of water. Fantastic.
That's all he got,
Brought
a
it
can
with
of
me.
water.
And I parked my car for me, and when I got in the car, I got mints, 2 cans of Dakota water,
Yeah.
and I bought one with me today.
I say you parked the car. Joe literally just pulled up outside the hotel and left the car in the middle.
Well, he was standing outside, to be fair, Matt. So I said, Matt, have I got to park this car? They're going to park it for me. And he went, no, they park it for you.
They do pay attention.
They look after us, unbelievable.
Well, we bumped into some friends of ours.
So we saw like a couple that live around the corner to us. We were really friendly with them, and we haven't seen them for a little while because of COVID, and we ended up sitting with them. Then we went to Boulevard for dinner.
We did.
Which was free.
But no, they did invite us, which was really
Nicole
nice.
gets free food now.
No.
Yeah.
But do you know, we was
I'm
going to
waiting
go...
for a Nando's black card. That's all you got to get me.
And Nando's black card.
Free
Do you know
Nando's
what?
for life.
I've not eaten in there before. It was actually really nice.
Yeah.
Joe, it's kind of...
I over-ordered.
Joe's such a git. I quite like a little bit of music going on and stuff.
Too loud.
So Joe's a little bit like, likes it a bit quieter.
But the food was
good.
Yeah, so,
the best dessert. Your cigar. Tell them about
so there was a couple of desserts. You can see them on my Instagram. One looks rude. So so I ordered he recommends a chocolate cigar, doesn't he? So it comes and it's got dry ice. It was like full of chocolate and praline. It was delicious. And then I ordered, because Nicole loves a fortune cookie, so they've got a giant fortune cookie.
I couldn't really eat it because I'm trying to be good.
Yeah, I ate that. So the fortune cookie was full of like this, amazing.
It looked like a vagina, just
cream.
say it. It looked like a vagina.
Yeah, it looked like a vagina, and they put fruit going into the vagina, so it looked like a vagina getting fucked. But
I didn't.
no, because I was getting messages about it on Instagram. I was getting loads of messages. First of all, I was thinking, what are they talking about? And then when I looked at it, I thought, oh yeah, that's what it does look like. But it was lovely. That was lovely.
So if you go to Boulevard, ask for the vagina and the cigar.
But the food was lovely, and because Nicole's a celebrity, I got free food. I ordered 8 or 9 dishes, so I had a good selection.
Do you know what they did? Do you know
and
what
Nicole
was,
didn't eat anything tonight at all.
Do you know what was very good in there though? They were very, very, I meant to say that to you. The espresso martinis.
Oh yeah, you had a few of them.
Were very, very good.
Yeah, she had a few of them.
So
she's a bit pissed.
I was happily, and then we popped back because our friends were still at Dakota, so we popped back there because obviously when it got a little bit, so we had all in all had a really nice evening,
didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And you couldn't sleep. You was a bit. Yeah, I was driving.
Well, I had a lot of espresso martinis. And so I was a bit hyper.
There's a couple of things actually if you're out with Nicole that like I try and ban. So Red Bull.
Fucking Red Bull.
After 3 hours before you go home has got to be stopped because she will be up.
All night,
like someone that's done something like amphetamines or something. She cannot sleep.
Yeah, clearly that's not saying that.
Vodka Red Bull, she could be up and then she wants to talk to you, and I want to sleep. So try and stop that anyway. So now we know about that. And she was fidgety, and I can't sleep if you're not asleep, can I? I find it hard, don't I?
I really struggled. I ended up sleeping on the sofa at the end of the bed.
Yeah, she was mental.
Like a little hobbit at the end of the bed.
Yeah.
I was like, literally,
You was hot, weren't you?
I was a bit hot. It's the time of the month as well, which is always not good.
We know that from last week.
Yeah, so Joe was correct. It was. But get
Say
really...
that, stop.
Oh, okay.
Say it again.
Joe's a knob.
No, what did you say? Joe was what?
Joe's incorrect.
No, you didn't. You said I was correct. You heard that, and I'm going to keep watching this back and put it on a loop. That's the first time that's ever happened.
Well, you're right, yeah, probably.
Yeah. And then on Sunday we went round our friends' houses. We bumped into Saturday.
Oh, yeah, we did that,
we had a lovely afternoon yesterday actually by his pool. So he did a barbecue.
Yeah.
And
it's quite nice because his pool's outside. So
yes, we have a pool, Nicole, but we could afford to build it inside.
Yeah, sorry, Darren.
No. And he did a lovely barbecue. And what Nicole said afterwards was right, because when I do a barbecue, I go OTT, don't I? I end up with like
but he
food
could really well
for 300 people.
Like
and he
not
did,
like we have the inability to like.
It's me, bullshit.
No, but I think I'm like it. Like honest, I've stopped doing it actually. But over the years, I like always cooked so much food, or like Sunday dinner or Christmas dinner. Yeah. Like just
we have food for a week.
Like it's ridiculous. So I have actually got much better, and we've started to share meals, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's a good tip if you're with someone.
I'm going to go back to that.
Okay.
Actually, so I've created a nice breakfast I cooked you yesterday.
Yes, Joe. Stop picking yourself up.
No, was it nice?
Well, you need a new job, so maybe you could be a chef.
Was it nice?
You're mental enough to be a chef.
This is what I've done. So I've got a tortilla, a tortilla.
A tortilla the Hun.
Yeah. So I've got 3 eggs. I mixed them up. Right. I've got 1 slice of bacon. I chopped it up. I cooked the bacon off. Right. Took the bacon out of the pan. Threw the eggs in, so they were semi-cooked like an omelette. I then put the tortilla on top of the eggs. Right. Didn't I?
Yes.
Right. In the meantime, I chop a tomato. What else did I chop? Put in it a chili.
Chili. Blew me head off. I ate a whole one.
So I flip in the pan, there's a tortilla over. So the tortilla's at the bottom now, the eggs on top, it's cooked. I then put the toppings in it, roll it, and make a breakfast burrito.
That was good. We had shared
And I
that.
shared that, and we walked 5 miles yesterday morning.
Yeah, so we'd been out, and I had the espresso martinis.
Yeah.
So, but
We always walk. We always do it.
So yeah, so we went on a one. I've not actually even been up, but I've lived here all this time, and I've never been up to the mill, have I?
Quarry Mill.
To the Quarry Mill Bank.
When I go running with Phil the Cupcake and Simon the Accountant, who have gone on holiday without me this week, so left me alone.
They've took the trainer.
Took the trainer that sometimes illegally trains us during lockdown. We go for a run, and it goes through Quarry Bank, through Cars Park, through Quarry Bank, into the forest, and we sort of do weights like Rocky with logs, like idiots.
Trust me,
right?
none of them look like Rocky.
Anyway,
I sound a bit like
we
Rocky.
do it. We do it every day, right?
Yeah.
So we did that walk, and then we walked all the way through Style up to Handful, didn't we?
Poor dogs were they were exhausted. They was like Glenn was looking at them, pick me
He
up.
looked like he was wobbling.
To the point, we got home, to the point, right? So we get home, we're in the garden, and they're laying on the grass. This
brilliant.
is so funny, right?
It was brilliant.
So there's like a little bird.
There's a pigeon.
A pigeon that comes down, and he's literally strolling around the garden.
He's walked all the way across the AstroTurf. The dogs are on the patio. We're both sitting outside.
They're so shattered.
And they ain't moved.
But they, at the end,
In
the end, right? And basically,
This
we're like these dogs.
pigeon
That
got
look,
about 2 metres from the dog, didn't it?
But
It
they
was
were-
just walking. I thought it was hurt.
You were looking at it, weren't they? And then Glenn did this like really pathetic, like, oh, and that was it. And then laid back down again, didn't they? It was they were shattered. But Joe was trying to beat. There was some group of ladies. They had a leader, didn't they?
Right, so I can't help it. If I walk past people when I'm doing my walks or runs, I say hello to people.
You're busy.
No, I'm polite. I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people. I like to say hello. Why can't I walk past someone and say good morning? There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, there's this group of women anyway. They're being a bit busy. They run past us, didn't they? Right, so I said, I'll be going past you in a
We
minute.
were walking.
We were walking, but they run past us down this little, down the country reserve near Style Church, near the village. Anyway, so I say, I'll go past you in a minute, didn't I? And when we got to the end of the path, they were fucked, breathing out their arse at the end of the path, all these women.
Joe was quite happy with
And
that.
we walked past them and went, told you.
Oh,
And they weren't happy.
but do you know what else was really funny? So one of our friends that we went to yesterday is quite intelligent, but he's but what was I say? So when we all go out and stuff, like a bit of debate, but his daughter now, who's just about to turn 13.
Unbelievable.
She's like a mini him, isn't she?
Unbelievably
it was
bright.
Brilliant. So Joe, he's not very PC, but Joe wants to go and shoot a deer. I'm putting it out there. Not PC, probably
No,
going
that's
to get
not.
about hate.
No, that's
Because
not.
he's interested. When we're finished, he's interested in the wild, watches a lot of these programs. You want to go to an abattoir, he's quite interested.
I like to know where my food comes
You
from.
do, but I'm just going to say there's a real strong link between serial killers and
my
how this
God.
starts, right? So I am a little bit
I did kill
concerned.
the neighbour's
Everyone,
cat last year.
No, you
I
didn't.
did.
Right, but I am. So if anyone doesn't see me for a month or hear from me, it's because Joe's buried me under the patio. Because there are definitely psychotic and serial killer tendencies.
I mean,
just saying.
the conversation that was had yesterday from
She was
a
brilliant.
12-year-old
Because she's a pescatarian, isn't she?
I'm so confused about what it all are. She doesn't eat meat, but she eats fish, right?
pescatarian.
Okay, whatever. Right. Anyway,
But it was
so she's showing me
videos
of pigs getting
So
killed
basically,
while I'm eating a sausage, and I'm not bothered.
Like, Joe's not bothered. So basically, it was really good actually.
It was fantastic
But she's
conversation.
also because her dad's pretty much a carnival
He's
like
like
you.
me.
He's like Joe.
Yeah.
So she's saying, she's getting her point across. But I loved it because it was like how he is in a child format. It was brilliant.
I've
loved
never
it.
seen a 12-year-old
debated.
debating or holding a conversation about something and had valid points like that ever.
So basically,
She convinced me not to eat meat this week, which I forgot about until now, which I am doing.
So it's quite interesting that
Put a ham sandwich away.
in life, it doesn't matter how old someone is.
Yeah.
This is what I do. This is just my personal opinion. That each day you can learn something new from all sorts of places, information. But children, adults, whatever. So she was saying basically, it's better to eat chicken if you're going to eat meat, because this was her point, which was quite interesting. She said, so basically, if you eat chicken, they basically only have the brain capacity. I mean, whether you think this is right or wrong.
Not sure if it was right.
No, this is what she was saying.
Emotions.
They only have the emotions of up to a 1-year-old. But if you eat...
This bit's great.
if you eat a lamb, they have, or a cow,
Free.
they have emotionals of a toddler. So what she was saying is, because she's got like some little siblings, so she was saying to her mum and dad, you know, would you go and eat Rosa? So we sort of, Joe said that Rosa would look quite nice on a spit roast.
Now, what I said
Chicken leg.
What I said is this: we don't live in that world,
No.
right? But if I was hungry, right,
You would be a cannibal.
yeah, I would.
See what I mean?
I have no doubt.
Serial
Have
killer
you watched the film
tendencies.
Alive? I said it to her, didn't I? Watch the film Alive. Those people in that mountain ate each other,
Yeah.
right? Because they had to survive. If you've got to survive, you're going to do it.
But anyway.
You're not eating humans out of choice,
No,
right?
no.
Right? But if I tried it, the dogs. If I was starving hungry, it's not going to happen. We live in the Western world. We're lucky. We've got Sainsbury's, Aldi, Lidl.
What she was
and all
saying,
that.
yeah. What she was saying
If
is,
human was on offer, I'd probably try it.
What she was saying is, if you went into the supermarket, so the lambs have a emotional capacity of a toddler.
Yeah, I'm not sure this bit's
So
right.
she said,
I
this
can't,
is,
but
he's quite.
this
She's
bit
only.
was- this bit was-
What I'm saying is, she's only 13.
Oh, it was amazing.
So still, that she even could come up with this stuff. So she's saying, would you go to the supermarket and in the supermarket go, I'd like a little bit of toddler. No.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's how she
yeah.
was. So it was anyway. That was. It's not really about what the content,
No.
but it was just that still that she was thinking out of the box, and that was her view on it. And she was trying to
Fantastic
get
conversation.
a point
I was
across
really
to her
impressed.
dad, who I said that I feel that he should go vegetarian for a week as well. But he said he's going to eat your volume of meat now when you're going to do it. And you will stick to it. What I did say is, though, you're quite stuff like that sporadically.
If I say I'm going to do it, I'll do it.
for short-term gain.
If I say to somebody, I will do something, there's not often I don't do it in anything. No.
Would you like me to recall
No.
times?
Go on in.
I'm joking.
Right, there's not often I let people down. Not if I say I'm doing it. I might not say I'm doing something, but if I say I'm doing it, like somebody asked me this week to go to a charity event, right? How much? I don't know what they asked me, right? How much for me to turn up at a charity event, right? I got a message, right?
Was
I
it,
said,
was
listen.
it that prostitute again?
No, it was an events company. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
I said, where is it and what's it for? I said, it's cancer. It's in Trafford, all right?
Okay.
So I said, listen, I ain't charged for stuff like that.
No.
I'm not doing that. I actually don't. I've never charged for a personal appearance in my life. I don't think
That's
I've had
'cause no
one.
one
I don't think
will
I've
pay
had one. Right, but anyway, I wouldn't. So I said, but I can't guarantee I'm available on whatever day it is because I don't know what I'm doing. But if I'm here, I'll come.
Okay.
No problem. Probably meant is bring your wife.
So basically, they're trying to get to me through you. is what you're saying?
Probably, because you don't respond to the people on Instagram and I do.
I'm quite good with responding.
No, you are.
Anyway, so that was quite interesting.
Yeah.
So we've had quite a busy week. So after
Go on.
this big
Sorry,
day today,
I interrupted you.
You did. So
Sorry,
shut
I
up.
apologise.
Yeah, good. No, that's right. I'm recording that.
I apologise all the time.
Yeah, but do you mean it?
No.
No. See what
Just
I mean?
shuts you up.
So
Go
it's
on.
like pointless jibber jabber. Basically, Luca's moving out today.
So yeah, our oldest daughter is moving day today. The van's coming at 12, right?
Well, I've gone because
I'm in a
basically,
meeting.
right. So we're quite busy, and obviously everybody's out working. So one of the guys that works for me, Kevin, not mentioning any no names, I said to him, "Would you go and pick up the van?" And he's a bit nervous.
South Africa.
So this is about being a good boss. So
I can pick it up after one.
I can do anything.
It'll be me picking it up.
So, but last time when we did the kitchen, I picked up the Luton van and I drove the Luton van because you was away for 3 days. So I hired a Luton van, actually borrowed one, and I drove it. So at the end of the day, not a problem.
I'll probably do, but I've got a meeting at 12 first, and whenever I finish, then I'll go and get the van. But
So yeah, but she's moving out.
she's moving today, so she's been excited. And also, she's sort of half changing careers as well, and she's doing really well. But I'm finding what she's doing. Well, I mean, I couldn't do it, and
Oh, yeah,
I think
she's
she struggled
working-
with it a bit, didn't she? So she's
No,
decided to be a
she's
carer.
not. She's
Last week, you told me she was struggling.
No, I said the
Moody.
no, I said because she switched from days to nights.
That's impossible
which
to
I
do
think
continuously.
is not
Yeah.
good.
So what she's doing is that I'm working for Nicole, I'm working there, but when she's working there, she's working 8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
She finished early last
Yeah,
night.
she came in about 2 because
Did
I
you say
was watching.
why?
And they let her go early, I think, because she was moving. I had a
That's
quick
nice
conversation
of
with her.
But do you know what? Very nice company it seems to be. Anyway, what I said is because she's
doing really well.
She's gone to do the care home stuff, and she quite likes helping people. She's saying she's quite enjoying that, and she said it's because she finds it quite a funny environment. She quite likes, let's say, older people, and some of them I think are quite violent.
Getting their wheels.
Getting their wheels. You're a shambles. But yeah, it's
Silver
just something,
lining.
look, no one's saying she's going to do it forever, but she has always worked for me.
Yeah.
So I think it's really good. She's done all the training
She's done a
herself.
fantastic year,
And
that girl.
she's done, we're
She's
very
done
proud of her.
Really,
So-
really well this year. I'm not getting into all that, but she's managed to buy a flat. She's saved for herself. We helped her a bit, but actually she's managed to save some money.
Yeah.
She's got a couple of grand left to get in. I've got a sofa for her unbelievable deal.
Yeah.
I won't
So
say
she's-
a friend of mine's sister got divorced and they had 4 front rooms. They had a 10 grand sofa in one they never sat on, and they give it to me for nothing because she could have space for it. So she's got a 10 grand sofa.
So she's moving today. Yeah. So we've got, like I say, pretty full on day. So we're down just to the last one to sort out, haven't we? We just need to knock that one into shape, and then our job is done.
Yep.
Then we have got through parenting.
Yep. He needs sorting out in a minute, doesn't he?
Yeah, well,
he ain't got a lot of direction at the minute, but we'll sort that out, won't we?
So
there's going to be a conversation this week.
It is the art of parenting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's difficult to be a parent, and do you know what it does? You don't ever stop being a parent. Say Kira's obviously moved out now. I doubt she's coming back next weekend. For a week, I think.
Why was she going to a party or something?
No, because I've got some stuff going on. I asked her to come back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
she's filming.
Well, we can't really talk about it, so yeah.
I think she's filming.
Yeah, so I had asked her to come back.
Filming starts next week.
Yeah, well, I think it's out there now.
Is it?
I think because Seema was telling everybody, so I
Oh yeah,
Seema.
yes, I saw that. So I was with you. You was. She jumped on yours or you jumped on hers?
She jumped on mine.
She jumped on yours. Anyway.
Oh, to be fair, talking about that, so Steph was doing a live last night.
Who?
Steph Ledigo.
Okay.
So I put a little comment. She only had about 13 people watching. She didn't even accept me. Bit rude.
Maybe she didn't see it. You don't always see them, do you?
13 people, you're saying it, just saying Steph, but
she might be able, I don't know, people. I don't know how to even work those things, so.
But yeah, I was rejected. It's fine. I'm over it now.
Don't be busy on people's lives. Lesson learnt. Double busy. Trying to nick her 13 followers. No, that's what you've done. That's what you've done. But yeah, so she's moving today, and that's fantastic. She's been a bit anxious about it. She was excited. She wants it done. Do you know what I mean? She's waited a long time for it because it started before
that's
COVID.
Why I'm sort of keeping an eye on to making sure nothing's going wrong.
This started before COVID.
Yeah.
But actually, because of COVID, she actually got it for 12 grand less than what it started for.
So I don't know if she might cook dinner for us at the weekend.
Maybe.
Because I've said we need to be, I
imagine she'll still be eating with us.
I feel like, though, Remy's girlfriend lives quite close to where Luca's moving.
Okay.
So I think she's a bit nervous that her brother's going to move in the spare room.
She was telling to piss off, wasn't she?
I was like, do you know what I mean? Because it is quite convenient right next door. I was like, she's never getting rid of him. She was like, no. And she's quite soft with him, isn't she?
You all are, except for me.
Yeah.
You all are.
Yeah.
You're getting better because you're realising.
Yeah. Trying to be a tough love.
It's not tough love. It's like, it's life, innit?
Life
you're
is
18
tough.
now.
Do you know what though? It's like very difficult.
Can't stay in bed all day till 5 o'clock at night.
5 o'clock at night? No, you can't.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay, what else have we got on?
Well, I want to go back to this walk-in. So we've got potentially a new business starting, right?
We have, yes.
Do you know anything about the business or not?
Yes, of course I do.
What is it?
But
what is it? Come on.
Well, my app.
Your app?
Well, yeah. It's not Walking with Joe, is it?
Who's making the app?
The app people.
This is how little she knows about this business. So,
really?
Nicole's done a few press interviews in the last couple of months, and it's been about weight. And how much have you lost now?
3 stone.
She's lost 3 stone. And the truth is, I could make it about my gym actually, but that's not how she's done it, to be honest. She ain't. She does do a bit of training. She's not really a big trainer. She's done it from walking and yoga, really, ain't you?
Yeah,
really, that's what you've done, ain't you?
Walking,
yoga and diet.
Yeah, walker, yoga, and food. So it's.
But actually, you've not limited your food, have you?
No,
to be fair,
I have. I think we want to develop something. So basically, women like me. Or not necessarily my age group, because it can be someone. This is for anybody.
I was talking to a guy last night because I went in the gym last night, and he said, "I'm on my journey. I've lost 3 stone." And I'm having a conversation with him anyway. He done it by walking because he was big. So it's one of those, isn't it? And people, not everyone can train, not everyone can run, not everyone can go into a gym, not everyone can afford that, but everybody can walk. So I think it's going to be called.
Either a walk with Nicole or walking with Nicole.
It's going to be called Walking with Nicole, right? So it's are you thinking about changing the name?
No, I think it needs to say what it is on the tin.
Yeah, I think so. We looked at that, and I've looked at other names, but I think that name sort of sticks to it, and that's what it is. So what you'll be able to do on this app, which is in development now, is see how far Nicole's walked, compete with Nicole, compete with other people.
It'll obviously evolve and develop.
That'll be stage 1. There's going to be, there's like, I didn't realise there's so much to apps. There's like 5 or 6 stages to it. But eventually you'll be able to get live video messages from Nicole. You'll be able to look at her, what she's eaten. You'll be able to keep up with what she's doing. And there'll be competitions. It will be based on walking and steps, because what you've really done is 10 to 15,000 steps a day, basically, haven't you? Minimum. Some days she's done 24,000.
Yeah, so it'll average itself out, but the average will probably be 15,000 a day.
Yeah.
And it's like really important. I keep saying to people, try not to think of it. It's just I know everybody says it's a change of the way that you live, but nothing is out of bounds. And you can remodify, and there'll be different. I didn't want to be seen to, you have to eat this, you have to do that. You haven't done that because everybody's different, and they've got different needs, or things work differently.
Budgets, time.
Yeah, and also things work differently for different people. So I think that's going to be a real big key, working out, helping people work out what works for them, especially on the food side of it. So I really want to develop that, which no other place does. They'll either push a diet, you need to do this diet. You know, how many diets over the years have you tried? Oh, you need to do this diet, you need to do that. I don't think that works for everybody. No. So this will be a way of having maybe different options and finding the key to what works for you, which is what I found.
What it's going to do is, whether you use, like Nicole actually does it quite basically. She doesn't use a Fitbit or anything that's actually precise. And we talked about this yesterday. You don't do it on distance. She does it on steps, and she does it by a phone on her health app. So it's an average on that one. But what the app will do, it'll link into your health app on your phone. It'll link into your Fitbit. It'll link into whatever piece of equipment you're using to do your steps. And you'll be able to see what she's done that day. We had a conversation about whether they're better to see where you walked, and then the thing is with that is then people know where you are, and if there is someone that's a bit iffy, you can't do that.
Another serial killer out there.
Or you can't, and also it'll show people where you live.
So you probably can't do that.
You'll see distances, walks. There'll be walks around the country with her for charities and stuff coming out. And this is probably been I think it's about 3 months, 2 to 3 months in development, but it is actually the truth, isn't it? Yeah. We could go out there and punt saying it ain't the truth, but it is the truth.
I found that really difficult because, I'd always said, I have trained with PT and stuff like that.
Yeah, obviously we got PT studios.
Yeah, and so the easy thing is, let's try and promote the business. And so everyone was like, promote the PT through the show. And I think this really
Which we links have
in. No, but I think this really links in that unless you're going to do PT training every day, you need something else anyway.
Not everybody can train like that. You can't run on knees, ankles. Yeah, look, walking's free, and it doesn't matter whether you're a housewife or you're at work. You can walk 10,000 steps a day around the office. You can walk in the house. You can stand up. You can move.
Outside.
You've got that 100-year-old guy that just got made Sir Tom doing up and down his garden.
I mean, to be fair, what I think is the key for me is the key for me is find a route that doesn't become boring, and that's why for me, really mix it up, and also go on little adventures of where
we've got lost a couple of times.
Yeah, and you always had a few more steps on. We end up in someone's back garden, don't you remember?
Yeah, farm fields. And I went, come, let's go across these farm fields. And when we got to the top, it was like we could sort of see the road, but we couldn't work out to get there.
The dog fell in cow shit.
Oh, they were covered.
And the white dog was covered in.
Yeah, they both were, weren't they? And so, in the end, we had to come sort of through someone's back garden, across some nettles, and then we ended up getting back to the road. But it's all part of it, and it's fun. Yeah. And you can do that in the winter as well. I mean, there's no reason. I mean, there's been certain times. I think this week when we went for a walk at 9 o'clock at night because we hadn't done them.
Yeah. So since then, I hadn't. So it was like, should we go? And I was like, I don't really want to go. But actually, as soon as you start walking, you feel so much better.
Yeah, and we have a coffee on the way or whatever. Yeah. You can make it part of your day.
So you can even I'm going to sneeze. You can even think to yourself, right? So have somewhere you're going to walk to. So this is another little bit of a tip which will be in there. So we'll go. We're going for a coffee. So rather than thinking, I'm going to do exercise, think I'm going for a cup of coffee, or I'm going to excuse me, hay fever. It's not corona, it's fine, even though it affects my voice as well.
Yeah, so what she was saying is pick somewhere you're going to walk to. It hasn't always got to be the same place. Don't make it the nearest place. No. You might choose, we might say, well, I'm walking to the Tesco's Express in Alderley Edge to get a Costa Coffee takeaway there, or walking to Nero in Alderley Edge and then walking round, because then you're walking 2 or 3 miles to get that coffee, and you have to walk back.
Yeah.
Basically.
So that's quite a good tip.
Or a lolly. Nicole's fond of the melon lollies.
I do love a nice lolly, although I bought 2 boxes and some child ate them all. So
I imagine it's the one that gets up at 5 p.m.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so
I
that's
think-
exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite. So we got that going on. So we start filming. So life is going to get busy.
Yeah.
Quite looking forward to it actually. I don't know if we did some shopping. I did some shopping. We went shopping.
We went shopping on Saturday as well.
That's what we did,
the
yeah.
Wilmslow Market was on. I love the Wilmslow Farmers Market
I got some really good
because
bargains.
I like
in
eating the food that's there. That's the stalls are. I think they used to be better than they are, but there's too much food. There's too much like cakes or cheese or that. It used to like add products. There doesn't seem to be as much products, but I've noticed they've only got half the stalls at the minute because of COVID. They can't do back to back. Anyway, but they do. There's a woman that does halloumi chips, and they are amazing. She has different flavours. I have it every time. They're on once a month.
Yeah, they were quite. I only had a couple of them, but they were nice.
Yeah, I have the salt and pepper ones.
Well, and you had the rest of mine.
I had half of Nicole's sweet chilli. And then we saw the coffee man from the park.
Yeah.
And me just opened my Dakota water.
That was like tissues, but it's not. So no,
Would you like some Dakota water?
no, I've got some.
I've not seen still water in a can before. But it is what it is. So that will be coming out in the next 2 to 3 months, and I'm excited about that. It takes a lot of development. Also,
Yeah.
gyms are reopen this week.
Yeah, so
Neon
work.
Personal Training will open Saturday, but probably for clients Monday. And I've got like I call them Ghostbusters coming in on Thursday to disinfect everything. To come in with these guns and spray it
I
all.
was a bit disappointed because we had all the polished plaster done, but we couldn't get a painter.
I cannot get a painter or decorator to paint that place. I rang one guy
Maybe
and he
you could
went,
do it on a
I
wave."
can't give you a price till September. I was like, really? Are you that busy? Everyone I'm ringing's busy, which is not a bad thing. I suppose it's part of.
I think it's because a lot of people businesses are obviously reopening, so they're probably having a deco, and you wasn't very organised.
No, I'm not. I'm always like that, and I'm late to everything.
Because really, when you had the polished plaster done, you should have organised it.
I should have
at
had
the
it
same
done.
time.
I should have had it done at the start of lockdown, but I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what we were doing, so I should have done that, but I didn't. So eventually, at some point, I will get somebody to do it over a weekend. I suppose is what's going to happen, and I have to have and more people doing it instead of having one or two people
Probably
doing
can
it to
get it
get it
done
done.
on a Sunday.
It's not too bad anyway.
Because most of it's done, it just needs to paint for
it's a nice looking gym. It's a nice place, and I'm there most days now between 12 and 5 if anybody wants to book in.
I wonder what you're going to say then.
I don't want to book in.
Or just come sit and have coffee.
No, because I can't have them in the building.
Okay.
Can't have them in the building, but the cafe's opening as well, and hopefully on the same day, new people taking over that.
Yeah.
So it's got everything coming there. Have us moving. Maybe you'll see Nicole.
No, probably not. I'll be walking.
Really, really not good publicity for my gym. That. Do you know what I mean?
Better be nice to me then.
That makes you money.
And in fact, it was our gym, but
Yeah, but
Joe's,
I'll run it.
but Joe's taken over now.
It's still our gym.
But
It's still our gym, but I run it.
I might come to your gym if.
Well, I run it. I run it. We both run it, but I run it. Okay, so
No, it's actually Joe's now. It's fine.
you come off, didn't you?
Yeah.
Whatever's
two
mine's yours.
pieces.
It doesn't really matter. It's all. It's
What's
all
mine's
in
mine
it.
and what's
It's all
yours
in a
is
mix. It's all in a. It's all in a Sealey mix.
Well, you made a point. Of
to be fair, I've
saying
had a
it's
few people
yours.
try and buy it off me this month.
Yeah,
You snotty enough?
I know. I did say I need a tissue.
Okay.
Could I leave you to carry on and go and get one?
No,
Well, there we go. So you'll
no,
have
you
to
can't. Once you start, you start. Bad preparation. The weekly comment, same thing every week. Not prepared.
You're moaning again.
Not prepared.
Anyway, go
Anyway,
on.
I've got a product.
Oh, we have got a product
I've got a product.
for people that like a glass of wine or two.
So, and we actually saw somebody using this product as well
Yes.
in that when we was out on Saturday night.
yeah.
So it's in a box. It's called Clear Wine. Right. Now a friend of mine owns this, but it's been proven. It's been tested. It's gone through tests. It works. It comes. It's in a little silver vial like that. You could say it looks like a lipstick or a vibrator, but
He looked a bit like Tanya's crystal dildo. She
yeah,
walked to the
you
dinner
take it
party.
off and you spray it in your wine. Now,
How many sprays?
tells you it depends what type of wine, between 1 and 3. Okay, depends on the age and the thing, and the age and the colour and the sweetness. What this does is, right, it stops you getting a hangover. Right, and multiple people that are using this product, and this works. Now, what it does is, the reason people get a hangover is to do with sugar and sulphur that's in wine. Right, if you drink wine, this removes it.
Oh, I guess dilutes it.
No, it removes it. It doesn't dilute it because you're spraying one spray of spray into a drink. So you're not diluting your alcohol. It's tasteless unless you spray it. When Nicole was pissed once, she sprayed it 15 times in a glass and until it tastes like something. I said, you meant to spray it once. But this product has just been launched. Okay, and it's been launched by a company called it's owned by the same company as Simply Argon in Wilmslow. Yeah. So this works. You can buy online, clearwine.co.uk. It's £7 including delivery. And I suppose, I don't know how long a vial lasts, but one spray in your wine, depends how much you drink. But I've got several friends that are using this product, and they're saying it works.
I luckily don't get hangovers.
No, Nicole don't, and I'm not drinking I don't really drink like that too often, so I'm not testing it out. I'm not going to get pissed to test that product, but from what I'm told, and the market research that I know about, this works. So I think it's a fantastic product if it works. And when we was in the Dakota Hotel and we turned around, somebody on the other table behind us was using it.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
In the hotel. So it's getting out there and it's really small. You can put it in your bag. I like it. So it's www.clearwine.co.uk, £7. Right? It's worth £7 to stop getting a hangover in it, because the day after you're probably buying a pizza or having a fry up anyway, which costs you more than that. So this will stop it. And it doesn't affect your wine.
Yes, okay.
And I've got friends that are swearing by it, so that's very, very good.
Well, there we go. So that was the product of the day.
Yeah, I'm giving it a Joe Sealey, even though I haven't tested it. I've tried it because I wanted to know about the taste and I couldn't taste it. I'm giving it 10 out of 10.
Have we got a winner for the prize yet?
Right. So there's 2 competitions going on currently.
Right, come on then, because people want to know.
No one's asked me once if it was one.
Oh, right.
We've got the Dakota Hotel prize, which has got a winner.
Oh, dun dun dun.
So the winner is Howard and Altrincham Blues. He got it right.
It's what?
Howard and Altrincham Blues on YouTube. Okay. He got it right. The answer was 137, I think. But he got it right. But a lot of people, what they did was they added the suites to the rooms. So they were wrong. What a lot of people said is 137 rooms, 27 suites. The answer was 137, including 147, whatever it is, including suites was the answer. So I picked that winner. About half the people got it right, half the people got it wrong. So they'll be getting contacted and they're going to get a night in a suite in the Dakota Hotel worth £500. That's an amazing prize.
It is an amazing prize.
Right, but I'd like to go back to last week's prize.
Right.
So the terms were: go to Facebook, win £250 by sharing a link. How many people shared the link, do you think?
No one.
7. I said I needed 2,500. Yeah.
So it's still running.
That's still running. Piss poor, listeners. Piss poor. All you got to do is go to Facebook, Husband and Housewife, share the link, comment.
Okay.
Right, I'm giving money away. Gavin received his money as well from the £100 competition we did on episode 3.
Oh, finally.
I finally remembered. Anyway, I spoke to him and he went to Blackpool with it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, they had an impromptu day in Blackpool with the money, which I thought was really nice with his family.
Oh, has he got kids?
I didn't get into that.
Oh, okay. You usually do. You just normally know.
No, he told me. He told me after the announcement. Yeah. So
that's
I thought that was really nice. And, I like Blackpool.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Blackpool?
Yeah. When I lived up here when I was like 15, I had a friend that was from Blackpool and we went...
A male friend?
No. A girlfriend. Or not.
What are you saying?
Yeah. No, so we went there. Yeah, and I think I went.
Did you go to the Pleasure Beach?
I think I went to the Butlins there once when I was a kid.
Oh, your mum?
Yeah.
Did you?
When I think I was.
A lot of people used to go to Blackpool when we were young, wouldn't they? Did you go on a coach?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I must have been about.
I lived there for a bit.
Yeah, you did.
I lived in Livham. Oh, I lived in Livham and in Ansdale for about a year and a half. Yeah. When I was a kid.
But I think they're trying to revamp Blackpool.
Yeah, they're having a big revamp. I'm hearing
Should
that.
we go to Blackpool? We could go.
We could do. Anyone out there want a PA? Free dinner. Any businesses there want to give me a free dinner? Bring Nicole.
Just
put on Instagram.
Pimp me out. No, we could go to Blackpool though, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could do. I was thinking I'm a bit busy this week now, but Yeah, maybe.
No, it's going to be a really big. We got lots of things going on.
I think for me at the minute, the world's a bit up and down, and you know, gyms are a bit of a what's going to happen type of thing. So I need to be about. But it's
all right, the Master of Doom.
It's not the Master of Doom. We've had a lot of new clients booking this week. Actually, we've had a lot of new clients booking this week. 3
new inquiries. I think that's pretty good going. Yeah,
good.
You're not even open yet.
No, it's good.
So that's a good indication.
I think what's happening is that people over a certain age who have had health issues might not come back in, even though we're very private and there's only 4 or 5 people in the building at the same time.
Yeah, but that's
and then
understandable.
younger will come in because the big gyms have got to use a booking system, and I just don't see how they're doing it with 12,000 members.
You'll be better off going with PT, won't you?
I think so, because I think if you're the big gym, you can only have 100 people in it. You've got 12,000 people, and they've got to book in. I mean, you're going to ring up and say, right, Nicole, you can only come in Tuesday between 2 and 3 and use this kit. I don't know how they're doing it. I wish them all the best, but I think it's very, very difficult to operate like that. Where what we're doing is we've got 2 gyms in at Neon in Audley Edge, and what we're doing is creating 2 gyms downstairs, so all the equipment will be split, trainers won't cross over, 3 gyms upstairs, and they can't share kit. It has to be disinfected every time.
Like this is like the Joe show. Like, what can I sell? It sounds a bit like you're sales pitching yourself.
Well, I've got to promote. This is a difficult time. I've got the council coming out this week to have a look.
Yeah.
It's changed, isn't it? No change rooms, no water. Trainers got to wear masks.
Yeah, some of them probably look better.
A one-way system around the building where possible. Well, luckily we can. We've got multiple entrances, so we can go in and out.
Quite lucky in that building, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you can go. The gym downstairs will have 2 in it because you go down. It's a bigger space actually, but you 1 right, 1 left, and 3 upstairs in 3 different squares. So it will work. And tomorrow the clients will be getting rung to booking.
I'm a bit bored, so the listeners are probably bored by now. So, you know.
Why are they bored?
Because it's quite boring. You're a bit boring today. You've not really told any jokes.
It's who you work with, isn't it? It's who you work with. You know, if you get nothing back,
you're struggling.
It's like working with a wall.
Did you actually? I was like talking about that the other day.
What?
You know, Shirley Valentine with her wall.
I don't know what Shirley Valentine is.
No, it's because you're too young. It was a film.
Yeah, I know what it is. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Have you never seen it?
No.
It's a good film. We should watch it. Let's watch it.
Yeah, if you want.
Like, let's watch that. We can watch that this week. But she like basically talks to her wall, and I feel a bit like that sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
To me?
Well, generally in the house.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, no one listens to me. Like at work,
you talk too much.
People listen.
You go on too much. That's why.
That's what I just said about you.
No. I don't repeat myself.
Really?
No.
Oh, no.
I love you, Nicole.
No,
I've had the same conversation with you in the last 12 hours 3 times.
Because you don't listen. So it's like...
I've had the same moan at me.
When someone's a little bit thick and it's
and
not
you're
going
not listening.
in,
You
have
didn't
to
listen
keep
to the
repeating
answer.
it. Keep repeating it. Well, no, I guess I kept saying it until I get the answer I want.
But I know, but I gave you the right answer at the start. But anyway, are you excited about going back to filming? Are you looking forward to it? Is there going to be COVID rules? Or?
Yes. Oh, so yeah, there are rules. So we're going to have to stick to them.
Have you got the rules? Do you know them?
I know some of the rules kind of obviously preempt. We'll get them officially before we sort of kick in. But they're really, really because they're governed by NBC in America. We are still sticking to the 2 meter rule actually. So when we film, which I'm quite excited about this. So basically, they're going to send a cleaning crew in before we film. So
they'll clean my house.
The cleaning crew, they'll clean the area we're going to film in, and then they come back again after. Marvellous. I feel like they should have done that all the time. So I was like, and I've got new cleaners sort of starting this week.
Yeah,
so.
We've had to find someone, haven't you?
Very sad.
She's still sad about this and still going on about it. And actually, I said to her yesterday, I spoke to Lisa last week.
You lied, though. My cleaner obviously not coming back after COVID, and I'm quite sad.
No, I think she's been with us a long time, and Nicole's...
So you never know, things might change, but I'm using a company now that are going to come in, because especially with filming. But although we're only down... Remy actually is probably the tidiest out of...
No, Remy's tidiest in his own room.
Well, his own room's tidy, but he's not too bad. Probably out of everyone, he's quite tidy. He doesn't create that much mess.
I think Luca cleans up quite a lot.
Yeah, but because she drinks Tea. She makes a mess with tea. But just saying, it's just volume of people in the house.
Yeah,
There's only going to be the three of
everyone
us.
suffers with that, isn't it? When there's been 5 of you and no one's left the house and you're in there 24 hours a day most of the time, except for your walk.
Yeah.
You create double the mess. You're in there 3 times more than you normally would be, aren't you?
So I'm trying to get the last bits of the jobs done at the house as well.
Yeah, we got a bit of work going on, haven't we?
Some stuff didn't get finished. And I'm just about to try and find myself a replacement tree. I'm thinking about a pink tree.
I thought this pink tree had been bought because you were talking about it the other day, and I thought she's got
think
this
they
tree.
do like a 2-day delivery, so I'm thinking I could get the gardener to plant the tree. But I'm thinking a pink tree would look quite pretty. I do love a blossom tree. Okay.
What else you love about blossom trees then? Stop reading your phone.
Wow.
Because you stop talking because you're reading your phone.
Right, just so.
No,
yes,
turn it over.
There's things going on today. I have to be.
Well, when you finish doing your podcast, you've committed to, you can then look at your phone.
You'll be committed if you carry on talking to me like
I can read, like I'm doing now, what we're talking about, and talk.
That's because your eyes are younger than mine.
Multitask.
You're not a good multitasker.
Well, obviously I am.
We've established you can't even pay a bill.
I'm not going to pay. I don't. No, I don't. No. I did. I paid the Amex bill.
Did you? Because I got a text.
Have you? Do you want to see the payment email? Because I did pay it.
When
you
though?
wouldn't get the text on time because it came out direct debit still come out. So.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. Do you want to bet?
Well, he's saying it's not paid.
No, I'm going to show her. Wait a minute, guys. I'm just going to show Nicole this so she can see. All right.
And I'll show you the email.
You don't need to. You won't get the email. I would. Right,
no, it always comes to me.
No, don't.
You always use my email address.
Payment received.
Yeah, but did you pay enough?
It's an automatic amount.
When did you send that?
I didn't send it. It's a direct debit still here. You cancel my bank card, my direct debit still come out.
I'm going on the bank now because I feel like he's just talking rubbish.
No, yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to see.
See?
Nothing.
I paid it automatically. Smart thinking. Think big, work smart.
You're such a prat.
Has anybody watched that guy on TikTok? Have you seen him? You
no,
don't.
Joe.
There's
I don't
a
watch
geezer.
TikTok.
There's a kid. He's a kid, right? Who talks the most bollocks about work I've ever heard in my life.
More like you, more than you?
No. So he's a business advisor. He's about 20. His name's Harry Summit, right? He's got an haircut like he's got a bowl on his head. Right, and he says things, and I've run businesses, and so have you. Well, you've run one longer than me, but since I was 21 years old, you run a business as you was 18, right? Everything he says, I disagree with. Everything. He makes me laugh, and at the end of everything, he goes, "Think big, work smart," and I don't think you've even got a job.
Do you mean he's in his bedroom? His mum's
I don't know, but
in his mum's house.
He talks about business, and I'm listening to his advice.
How many followers?
Oh, he's got loads. But he's got loads. But then I watched someone the other day. I quite like TikTok. Anyway, I watched someone.
Loves TikTok.
Yeah, but I like watching it. I don't do it. I like watching the advice. I like watching the information.
I bet he does.
I'm watching some.
Pervert.
I'm not watching the dances. You've had a check. She has a check because she's jealous. Anyway, I watched one the other day. This other kid was mocking him. Right.
But you like the magic as well, though, don't you?
Oh, I love magic.
Everywhere we go.
I love magic.
Everywhere we go now, though, he goes, we're like somewhere, and he goes, I know how to do that. And I go, how do you know that? TikTok. It's like Joe's now getting all of his worldly information from TikTok.
Right, there's certain things I've told you. If you're right, I bet no one knew this. If you're blind and you get to...
I bet blind people do.
Yeah, blind people know this. The reason you have the dotted pavements near crossings is so they can filter a crossing.
Oh, yeah.
When you press the button to cross, if you put your hand underneath the button thing, it's got a little knob and it spins. When it spins, you can walk. Who knew that? You never knew that.
Oh no, but wait, this is quite
I said it to the kids, no one knew that. Kira said, I know that.
No, they learn it at school now, but obviously they only did the Green Cross Code when I was at school.
Fantastic.
But they actually do learn that at school.
And then I start thinking, when I'm watching that, thinking, that ain't everywhere. Everywhere I go now, I press the button, fit underneath. They've all got this little black thing that spins.
Yeah, so, and there's been a few other things you've learned.
There's
At
loads.
airports, there's something at an airport you learn, no?
No.
So that's something I was doing.
Airports, no. Oh, yes. If you're sitting on the aisle, right?
Yes.
The armrest don't lift up, does it?
No.
If there's a secret way of doing it.
Go on, tell everyone.
At the back of it, like near the back, near the screen, there's a latch. You got to pull it down, press it in, and then the armrest will lift up.
Which you were happy about, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Because you hate having the armrest. You like all the space.
I like sitting I like the aisle though, don't I? Clip my leg out in the aisle. When we find Ryanair or whatever, short when we find to Mallorca. And life changer.
You're happy about that now?
Yeah, life changer. TikTok, like, this is the way forward. I know loads of things on my phone.
But they're looking at banning TikTok, aren't they, completely?
They've done something with Huawei phones, haven't they, because of China.
Yeah, but they're saying they are saying they're going to ban. They've banned it in Is it America that banned TikTok?
Well, they're asking people to delete it, aren't they? I think it's coming.
Yeah.
I think it's coming.
They will.
But there's certain things like if you're right, I think it's fireworks and texted someone, your phone lights up like a disco and all fireworks go off and all
but
bits
that's
and
been
pieces.
around for a long time.
I never knew about it. And if you write barrel roll on Google, it does an head of reels.
Do you know how much of a loser you are?
I don't care, I love it.
What game are you playing at the moment on your phone?
I'm playing this game where you just shoot balls at like numbers that are in boxes,
Like,
and
it's so
you got
boring.
and it bounces a bat, and you got to get rid of them. It's addictive as fuck. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
What's it called? Because
I don't know what it's called. I just
exactly.
play it all the time because it's a good
awful.
game to play because you can. It's called Bricks Ball Crusher. Fantastic. So that I highly recommend for playing when you want to relax, take your mind off it, and watch something on telly at the same time. Nicole sending a text message.
Yeah, I am, just to Luca.
She won't be able to speak at the same time.
No, I'm sending it because
Why don't you read us the text message? What's she saying?
What time are you home? It's not very exciting. Should we have a look at our last free text?
Has she got to pick up her keys?
The cleaner hasn't turned up.
Okay. I opened the gate about an hour ago, Nicole, so someone
Is she there now? These are my texts.
Okay.
Not happy.
Why are you not happy?
Well, it's not a good start, is it?
I opened the gate an hour ago at the start of this podcast. So maybe no one answered the front door. But I
She's
opened
texting now. Lucy's texting now.
I opened the gate.
You sure?
Yeah. I opened the gate an hour ago. Well, you can do that in like 12 minutes.
You told me to look.
Yeah, but that's boring. Let me send a text. Give me your phone. Let me send whatever text I want to anyone I like on your phone.
No.
But why not?
No, Lucy's just said the new cleaners are doing a good job.
Right. So they are there. So
You don't even understand how
how
happy
many
I
times a
am.
week are these people in?
3 times a week.
How much are they?
That's a bit rude.
Well, no, I need to know.
It's about on budget with what I was paying.
About on budget. So what?
So,
What's the budget?
I'm not discussing money. It's so vulgar. Just like you.
300 quid a week. She's just throwing a bottle at me. You paying cash?
No, I'm paying cash.
She's not. I hope you're not dodgy.
I'm not dodgy. And also, no, I really do. I need the help. I mean, my ironing. Right, Joe's basically given
To be
up.
fair, I did all right.
Oh, you've given up weeks ago. It's
I've been
like
on
you're
holiday.
all over.
I've been on holiday.
Have you done any since you've been back?
To be fair, Nicole, I'm back at work.
No, not yet.
Yeah, I've been at work all last week. I was at work. I was.
Working women still iron.
Did I?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. But I ain't got to. That's why we've got these people.
Anyway, so basically in the spare room, because we've had new carpets.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another story. Everything has
That
gone
ain't
a bit-
finished, is it?
No. Like literally, I'm not going to say because I actually really like the company, but the carpet fitters apparently are nice, but they're bloody nightmare. So ripped my curtain, broke my dresser, and a few other things. They come back to fit the carpet. Now, I wanted it specifically done, like, so one colour went into the other, into the cinema room. Oh, it's not done. Like, literally not done.
They've done the wrong pattern, is that what you're saying?
It's not even a pattern. They've just, so I've got like one light sort of grey.
I've not even noticed this.
One black, and the carpet's not actually the right colour either. So 2 lots of carpets.
When are they coming out to that?
Oh, they're coming today, but I've literally, I feel like everything I've tried to do has gone wrong. Literally. Wednesday, I've got the carpenter back. I've got the electrician coming.
He came back
and
and
the
done all the
plumber.
doors the other day.
Yeah, well, look, because when we got
my
these
God.
door
She
handles.
bought these door handles.
No, but they've been on for
Fucking
ages.
hell.
But
Ages. Ain't ages.
well, but what I'm saying is they were obviously all fitted, but they was obviously tight. As time's worn on, we've realised there's no grub screws in
it's
them.
like a screw that keeps the door
It's a
handle
grub
on the
screw.
bolt type of thing.
So obviously, but anyway, so they're really heavy because they're like, well, they're heavy, the door handles, and they've got like little crystals in them. Anyway, now what happened was they fly off and fall on your feet, which really hurts.
Or it's happened a couple of times where someone's been in the room, they're falling off on the outside, you can't get out. That's quite funny when that happens.
Now the children, when I'm having a moan at them,
Take the door
they
handles
take
off.
the door handles off, so I can't go in
Or
there
they're
to
doing
snag
things
them.
they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, probably that as well. But teenagers. So anyway, all the door handles are now working and not falling off on the floor.
Yeah.
So the fire is being fixed in the front room.
He's tomorrow, isn't he?
Electrician Wednesday.
New water pump.
It's just loads of little bits and pieces, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
I think what he
everything
has
will
been
finish.
overused during COVID. We probably used it Like you would in that
Overused.
short period. Or everybody has used their home probably as much as they did in that period over that they would normally in about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Or 2 years, because you're not indoors in a day, are you?
No, so hoping anyway. But I think everybody you speak to says the same thing. Where you've been indoors, you notice in lots of little things. So it was nice to have new carpets because they've ruined my carpets basically. So I've gone a little bit darker.
Yeah.
Did like them. I really like carpets.
We liked the last one was the light grey. We liked that carpet, but it just stained.
Really marked.
You couldn't anything that went on it. You couldn't get out. Well, not anything, but it was hard.
And Glenn is really getting on my nerves. I'm going to have to get a dog trainer because he keeps pissing everywhere.
He's only little. He's got a little bladder.
That is not.
I was going to bring the dogs today.
We could bring them next time.
Yeah, we could do.
We're allowed to bring the dogs.
We can bring the dogs to the podcast. We'd have a dog one. Let us know if you want a dog podcast. I'll get a dog expert in.
People are pretty interested in dogs.
In fact, Nicole did like a little kind of advert for Swindon Insurance Tank for social media, and they had a dog person there, and he did teach you something, and it does work.
Yes. So what was the tip?
And it does work. So when she told me, I thought, what's a load of shit. Anyway, our dogs walk in front of us on the lead, right? And when you see another dog, the white one barks at it like it's a big dog, right? And tries to bite or whatever, like as a go, right? Junior then half bites Glenn to shut him up, right? So what they said is that dog's telling that dog off, you should be doing it, not telling them off. What you've got to do to stop dogs barking at other dogs is make them walk behind you.
And you trick them, like walking circles.
So keep walking in circles, which Nicole did, which made me laugh, and I filmed it, and it's on my. I'll post that on our Instagram page for Husband and Housewife, that video, because that made me laugh. But what I do is I make the lead shorter and I hold it behind me when you see another dog. Or Nicole walks in front of me.
So they're walking
so the
behind
dogs are walking behind Nicole. And they don't bark at another dog.
You was quite impressed with it.
It does work.
Or if he goes to and you go,
95% of the time, it works.
Or if he goes to do it and you go like, no, he then will stop.
Because you're in front of it. And apparently, psychologically, dogs that walk in front of you think they're in charge.
Yes.
So she's come home and told me, and we're doing it. It works. And it barked at everything before, didn't it? It's only started a few months ago.
Yeah, so that's why, because apparently they think they're in charge. So you need to regain sort of control.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about using that with you. So I'm going to get you a lead, and because you walk in front of me all the time.
But Joe, why?
So you can start walking behind.
One.
And maybe you might be better trained.
One, I'm protecting you.
Oh, yeah. What if you're in front of me?
Two.
What if someone's coming up behind?
Two, you walk so slowly sometimes, right?
I do walk really
You've only got little steps in you. You've only got little in you. So, and I do actually struggle to walk. You've got better with walking since you've been walking. You're quicker now. You don't do it as much. But before, fucking hell, I'd have to walk 10 yards and stop because I can't walk that slow. No, but I can't walk that slow. Like sometimes when you're walking slowly, I can't walk that slow. 100% improvement. 100% improvement.
I can always remember I was on the phone. I'd flown back into City Airport, and I'm on the plane. But I'm on the phone. I've got off the plane. I'm on the phone to Joe's mum. So we're having a conversation. Now I think at this point that I'm walking really, really quickly, right? Quick as I can. Anyway, so I'm chatting away, walking along really quickly because I was in a hurry. When I look up, clearly not walking quickly, I was the first person off the plane. I ended up at the back of the queue. Every single person had walked past me.
Yep.
Like
that happens a lot.
And I went to Joe's mum, like, I was walking, she was laughing because I said, and I was trying my very best and I was walking as fast as I can. What are you reading now?
Right, I've got to say it's really important actually. So I put a question thing on the Instagram today, and we've had one question about the Dakota competition, so we know who's won that. Okay, but actually this one is what's the best advice on how to cope with a parent with dementia? Now your dad's got dementia.
Yeah.
Right. So actually.
Yeah.
Actually, it's in our lives.
Really, this is true.
It's in our lives.
Right, this is really true.
He's in New Zealand, but we're dealing with this.
As I'm sat here, so this is true. I actually got a message from my dad's partner, Rose.
25 years younger than him. What a player.
Yeah, 21, I think. Right, so Dad's coming home tomorrow because he lives in New Zealand.
Yes.
So then he's been in for respite. I mean, obviously we know about 6 weeks ago they only gave him 3 weeks to live.
Yeah.
Now he seems to have perked up.
This has happened a couple of times though, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not ready, obviously. But he's had real trouble with the sleeping, and obviously, so he's been in for respite and to give them a bit of a rest. But there's a real big list of people waiting to go in. So they're actually sending him home today. He's dropped, I think he has dropped a lot of weight, which is, I think happens. I think it keeps eating all needs. So they're saying
that's been the biggest issue with him actually eating, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's just lost.
Done a few stone, haven't they?
Yeah, so
I could probably do it again. That.
No, well, Joe thinks maybe I will get it. But yeah, no, it's very, very difficult. I mean, when we know a few people, I think it's just not nice to watch.
A friend of mine, dad was a headmaster at like a private school, a really good school. Got it at 42.
Yeah.
42, and at 50 didn't know who he was or anything. So it's terrible. But what's your advice then?
Yeah, so I don't know.
You got to try not to be upset, haven't you? My nan had it at the end as well.
Yeah, but she was quite old, wasn't she?
86.
Yeah.
Although you weren't with me, when I was walking through the forest the other day, I started talking to this woman. She was walking. She'd had 2 hip replacements and knee replacement. She was 90 years old, right? And she walked with me and Phil. It was unbelievable. Like up the hills.
Yeah.
Unbelievable she was, this woman. Anyway, go on, what's your advice for it? Because I think this is important.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's different for me because obviously I don't live in New Zealand.
You're not dealing with him,
so I'm not dealing on it. But we do, like I say, I'm aware of what goes on. And what I was saying is, I know my dad's quite like me. So I know he would want, like, Rose and my brothers to do what's right for them. So if you need help, and as hard as it is, if someone does have to go into care, I don't think you should feel guilty about that. No. For a bit of rest, because you can't care, and it's very difficult. When they're wandering off, it's very difficult.
Most of the time, when I speak about your dad, is that he's scared, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's obviously not. He wasn't that person. No. So I think they go through all different stages, don't they?
I think you just got to try to be there for them and try not to get upset. It's not their fault. It's not your fault. It's happened.
But I do think if you need the help, take the help. Yeah. Don't feel guilty. Like Rose's friend was down, Lauren. Because she lives on the other island, in the North Island in Christchurch, because you've got the 2 islands, and he was obviously in, and I was like, enjoy yourself, have a night off. It's all right to have a night off.
Yeah, don't feel guilty. Don't
feel guilty. I think it's okay, and that's what he would want anyway, because you feel like people are judging you, and they've done really well to keep my dad at home as long as they have. I think
there's been some troubled times, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think they're saying, this is what they're saying, if obviously it doesn't deteriorate, because he was deteriorating so rapidly, they'd only given him 3 weeks, but has lost a lot of weight, but while he's eating and functioning, it could go too. But they're saying that even in the best state, it'll definitely be in full time. He'll have to go in by Christmas.
It's been going on
2 years,
maybe more. I think more.
Yeah, maybe, but I think
more.
I mean, still 5. Not a long time. No, it's got worse.
No, bad. I think you got it 5 years ago.
I didn't. You just made that up. Just pulled.
When did you flew to New Zealand about 6 years ago because of something?
That was his heart. He had a heart attack.
He's had a brain hemorrhage, he's had heart. He's had a lot, this geezer.
Yeah, he had he had an abscess on his brain and had to drill into his brain twice.
How might have caused it, mightn't it?
Well, they say no. I asked the question because I was sort of hoping that was what caused it, not in a horrible way. But you don't want it to be hereditary.
The reason Nicole says, I think, she's going to get it. When she tells a story a lot, she'll go, them, there. And I'm going, who, where, who? Who am I supposed to know who these people are?
Well, I'm not going to lie.
It'd be like anything, someone quite close to us.
Right. So I was having this conversation actually yesterday. So rather than going to a care home, I'd quite like to be put down.
We're not doing that.
Well, so I was thinking that, is it Gestard in Switzerland where you can go and be just...
I don't know if you can unless you're a Swiss citizen, to be honest.
So my plan is, because what you'd spend in care home fees, I'm thinking I'm going to pre-book myself in just in case. So just to get, because at the end of the day, don't really look. I don't really want to be. You
won't even know who you are.
Yeah, but I'm going to do it in advance. That's what I'm saying.
How are you going to do that? You're going to guess you got it.
Well, no, but I think I can pre-book a spot.
What, you might not have it though? What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is, if I start to get it,
wait a minute,
or I get diagnosed with it,
right,
early doors, I'm spending the money. I don't care. I'm not waiting around.
I will hold on to the end.
Oh, you will.
Never. I've told the kids. Told you. If anything happens to me, do not turn the machine off.
Don't put me at home.
No, don't mind that. Whatever you need to do with that.
I think you'd probably enjoy that little bit of like
I like a chat.
Charades and a chat.
Yeah, I love all that. Bit like rehab, wouldn't it? Anyway, do that. Don't turn the machine off. Keep that machine on as long as you can. Keep me alive.
Yeah. Whereas I'm like thinking, do you know what? I don't really. I wouldn't want to be a burden. I don't really want to go.
I
into
do want to be a burden.
Care home, really, but neither would want the kids to look after me.
Yeah.
But I was seriously, because I say for years I've thought I'd quite like to be frozen. That's quite expensive.
Yeah.
Or I jokingly say that I'd be made into a diamond. Joe can give me to his new wife.
I'm not ever get married again.
Yeah, I know you said.
No, because she takes that as a bad thing. It's
What if
not.
I
I couldn't
die?
be married to anyone. I couldn't be married to anyone else. I couldn't.
Yeah, they wouldn't part with you probably, would they? Let's be honest.
No, you couldn't. I
probably-
won't get married again.
So we sounded like you're
No,
potentially thinking
I love
about
you.
it now.
I wouldn't. It's not because you're a bad wife. You're a great wife. I wouldn't marry anyone else. I wouldn't. I just know I wouldn't.
Okay. Well, anyway, so if I get to this point,
Yeah.
I've worked out the costings. So I worked out how much.
What is
you'd
it, about
spend-
30 grand or something?
Well, it'd
Top
be
yourself.
cheaper. It'd be cheaper to go and get put to sleep.
Well,
than
it's
spend for the
these
care.
care homes are expensive.
That's what I'm saying. It's really expensive.
Like £1,500 a week, you know?
Like how much did I say? I think it's quite like I've looked into it a little bit, and that's what I'm going to do.
The problem is because you've got money, the council won't help you either.
Yeah,
So it means
no.
I've got to fork it out.
Well, anyway, that's what I've
Fucking
decided.
hell.
So yeah,
I'll just
if
get a nurse full time. Look who's staying in the house, can't you? With a nurse. Why not?
I feel like you torture me. I feel like
No, I
Josephine,
wouldn't.
You torture me, leave me in the corner and throw things at
I
me.
said to you yesterday I'd have sex with you, didn't I?
Oh, that's just.
We were
that's
talking about this when we was walking.
That's quite disgusting. That's
I
why.
can't remember
that's
whether we were
why-
talking about her having a stroke or her having dementia. I said I'd sex with
something
you.
like that. So that's why I'm getting myself booked in early doors.
Right, we've gone a bit over, but I've got one more section. We've got
Okay,
haters because they ain't us, Nicole. So we've got to wrap this up. What have you got any?
No.
Well, I've had a couple.
Go on then.
Someone commented on my food picture and said something about food and one of his diet's going. He's always posting. He's always eating. Let me tell
Most
you.
people eat.
Let me tell you something now. I've lost £9.
But you put a stone on.
Yeah, that was the start of lockdown. But
okay.
since this podcast started, I'm £9 down today. So how do I do that? One, I share meals. So I eat what I want, but I'll share it. Two, I exercise like a fucking beast.
You do.
I'm twice a day. At 10 o'clock last night, I'm spinning, and then I've done weights. I went running and walking with you yesterday morning. I will train hard. I'll train today, hour and a half.
You'd be quite big if you didn't, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because you would.
I like
you do
food.
train, but you do. You know,
But
your
when I get me head on
trade
it,
off.
and now I'm a vegan or whatever this week, or pescatarian for a week. So
Vegetarian for a week.
whatever, one of them, whatever one it is, I can eat fish.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, you're gonna be pescatarian for the week.
Whatever I said to Ruby, I'll do.
Okay.
Right, I
No
said
meat.
Tuesday, no meat. No mate. So
She wants you to try some like.
She wants me to try the vegetarian versions of stuff, doesn't she? Not just
She wants you
fish.
to go to Greg's and get a.
I'm not going to Greg's because I'm on a diet.
But she said she wants you to get one of the vegetarian sausage rolls.
No, I'm not doing that because I'm on a diet. But I will make food and I will buy vegetarian sausages. I've tried them before. Kira's been it, isn't she?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's anything else, Nicole?
No, not really.
So anyway, guys, this competition is £250. Just go on and share the post on Facebook and comment and like. That's all you've got to do to win £250. I want to give this money away. Otherwise, I'll spend it.
Basically, he really wants more listeners, but you know, it's a
I'm
win-win.
buying listeners, but that's fine.
It's a win-win situation.
Listen,
There's nothing wrong with
we have
that.
sponsors. You know, we can put this money away. It builds up. We can. It improves the podcast.
Yeah.
And we get it going. We're doing all we can do to get it out there. Hopefully, we'll be filming this podcast as well, so that'll be fantastic. So you can watch us on YouTube, Spotify, YouTube twice.
Yeah.
YouTube twice. We get the most YouTube subscribers.
Get the words out.
Yeah, I know. That's shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, awful.
iTunes, Google Play,
Spotify.
and Podbean.
Okay.
So we're at Atlantic Podcast Studios, and you can record your own podcast here if you want to, and that'd be great.
You better not get more
You can have me on
listeners
as a
because
guest.
he'll get jealous.
You can have me on as a guest.
Right, come on then, let's wrap this up.
Right,
We've
so
got
my
things
name's
to
Joe.
do.
Thank you for listening. My name's Joe Sealey, and I'm a husband.
And I'm Nicole Sealey, and I'm a housewife.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.
The story of somebody's life, journey, a moment in time, oh, it could mean nothing without a husband and a housewife.